Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the beautiful Poconos of Pennsylvania. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to cook the best chimichurri steak on a campfire. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so the first thing you're going to get is you're going to get your parsley together, and today I'm going to be using curly parsley. You can get any type of parsley. Regular parsley is perfectly okay, but you're going to bundle your parsley up just like this, and you're going to grab your chef knife, and what you're going to do is you're going to mince this up as fine as possible. You want it to be as fine as possible because if you don't have it as fine as possible, your sauce is going to come out too chunky or too thick, and it's just going to be one big oily chunky mess. So you want to try to cut these up as small as possible and try to mince this up as finely as possible. Keep in mind, if you do not like parsley, you can always add more cilantro and vice versa. If you do not like cilantro, you can add more parsley. Now that we got this bundled up, we're going to cut it even further. You don't want it to look like this. You want it even smaller, believe me. Guys, there's a deer behind me right now. I don't know if you could see her right up behind me. You can see her right there. See her? There's 3 of them up there. I think they want some of this parsley, so if they do somehow come down for some reason and they want some, I can give them parsley. Then you're gonna grab your bowl and you're gonna put your parsley into the bowl. You want it to be fine and beautiful. Okay? Next up, we're gonna get our cilantro, and like I said, I don't usually like cilantro like that, so I'm personally gonna use less cilantro, but if you like cilantro a lot, you can use more to your liking. It doesn't matter what recipe you do, you could do either more parsley or more cilantro, like I said, so it's all up to your preference. All right, so you're gonna grab your cilantro, and you're gonna do the same thing you did with parsley. You're gonna bundle that up, and you're just gonna start chopping into it. Try to go as fine as possible. You can use this technique as well. This is a technique used for mincing things. Alright, so once you get your cilantro, you're going to take that and you're going to put it into your bowl just like that. And then you have that beautiful, beautiful look. Now next up, you're going to need some garlic. So what I have here is 4 little cloves of garlic already unpeeled. You can unpeel them before or after, or if you like to skip this step altogether, you could save yourself time by buying garlic paste. But basically what we're going to be doing is turning these garlic cloves into garlic paste using our knife and a rock that I have found. This is a thin little flat rock that I'm going to use to mash my garlic because you're going to need it to turn into a paste. And I personally don't like using the salt method, which you can use with the spine of your knife, but I personally like to use the natural element, so that's what I'm going to do. You could do it either way you'd like, but just know that you need to smash your garlic and it needs to be basically a cream. Alright, so first you're going to take your knife, you're going to use the back side with the blade facing away from you, and you're going to take this flat side, you're going to grab your piece of garlic, and you're going to take it and put it right in the center of your cutting board, just like this, and you're going to mash it just like that, and it'll come out just like this, so that's what you want to do with all of them. And you're gonna look like that. So now you got garlic here, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna basically mince it up. So what I got here is a rock that I'm gonna use to mince it up, and that's what we're gonna be using. And there is your garlic paste. That's why I like my paste a little chunkier. You can do yours however you'd like. You can make it even finer if you'd like, or if you don't know how to make garlic paste from scratch, like I said, you can buy it from the store already pasted for you, and that'll save you a lot of time. But for now, you're gonna take your bowl and you're gonna add your garlic to your bowl. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna skim it off the rock here, and it's gonna come out just like that. And there it goes, right in. And now you have this beautiful bowl of herbs and garlic. So now what you're gonna do next is you're gonna grab your oil and your vinegar and salt and pepper, and you're gonna add that into this bowl. You're gonna use some red wine vinegar, and you're gonna take this, and you're only gonna pour 1/4 of a cup, okay? So 1/4 of a cup of wine vinegar, red wine vinegar. I'm not using a measuring cup, but you can use a measuring cup, and you just add that right in. Now, I personally like my chimichurri a little more on the sour side, so I actually add a little more extra red wine vinegar. You can choose to do this if you like or not. If you like it less sour, then don't add the extra vinegar because we're going to be adding lime juice as well. But I like the extra tart, so I throw a little splash extra in there personally. Next up, you're going to grab some extra virgin olive oil. It has to be extra virgin olive oil. It cannot be regular virgin olive oil or regular olive oil. I always prefer extra virgin olive oil because it makes it smoother and it's better for the steak to come out with a better crust. So you're gonna add 1/4 of a cup of oil as well. 1/4 of a cup of oil. And now you can start seeing it's coming together little by little, but we still gotta add more. Lime, and you're gonna cut that up. You're gonna take this lime and you're gonna stab it a couple times, all while squeezing. You wanna stab each and every pore while squeezing so you can get the juices, and you're gonna basically juice this. So that's what you're doing. You're basically juicing it. You're putting the lime juice into the bowl. You could do 2 if you like it sour once again. If you don't like it sour, then don't do 2. Now here I'm adding a little more oil because I didn't like the consistency that I came up with, so you can add a little extra oil if you'd like. So you're gonna mix this all up. All right, now what I went ahead and did, it didn't really capture the footage. I added salt and pepper, and I also added a touch of garlic powder. You don't have to add the garlic powder. You can only add the salt and pepper if you'd like to, but I add extra garlic powder because I like garlic a lot, so I add that. But you want to mostly add sea salt and pepper. You want coarse salt too. Do not use iodized salt. It does not come out the same way, and I think iodized salt sucks. You need to get coarse salt and put that into your bowl. But now I got some sugar with me, and I'm not gonna put too much. I'm just gonna put a tiny, tiny sprinkle in there. Not too much. Like I'm gonna grab a pinch like this, and I'm just gonna sprinkle it in there. Just a little pinch. Nothing crazy. Just a little pinch. You don't want too much because if you put too much, you're gonna have sweet sauce. This right here is all organic golden sugar. If you don't have golden sugar, what it is basically is it's just all organic sugar that's not processed. But if you don't have access to that, you can use regular sugar. It's really no big deal, but I use regular golden sugar. Now for the last step, you're gonna have to mix it up and get ready to marinate your meat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so this is the piece of steak that we're gonna be cooking today for the chimichurri. It's basically a regular flank steak. It's nothing crazy. We're gonna take this and we're gonna pat it with some paper towels first before we actually season it. Not too dry, but just pat it. Just dab it off because when it comes out the package, sometimes it's too wet. It's soaked with blood, and we don't want that. We want it to be a little damp on the outside right now. Now, usually what this does, it's not gonna do it in this case, but it does help with searing your steak a lot better. It helps the seasoning stick to it a lot better, and usually you get a better crust by dabbing it off before you throw it into a cast iron. However, we're going to be marinating it today, so that is not really the method we're going to be using. First, you grab your sea salt, and you want to put it on the 3rd setting. I have it on the 3rd one, so that way it's coarse, and you want to start seasoning your steak with this. You're going to start spraying that. Do it graciously because steak tends to come out bland, especially when it has a lot of fat caps on it. Next up, we got some black pepper. Next up, we have some garlic powder. We're gonna take this and we're gonna put some of that on there. You already know. I like to put double garlic because, again, I like garlic a lot, so I'm gonna spray that on there. We're gonna take it and hit it with some chili powder. And then some cumin. You're gonna do that for both sides. Then you're gonna take your steak and you're gonna put it into a container like this. So that way it looks like that. All right, guys, now that that's done, you're gonna take your steak and you're gonna throw it in the refrigerator for about 2 hours and let it marinate. And don't forget to save a little bit of chimichurri sauce on the side for after, because we are gonna garnish it after it is done cooking. So I'm gonna go throw mine in the fridge for 2 hours and I will be right back to start up the fire. All right, so basically what I'm doing down here in this fire pit is I'm trying to make basically a style where I can put the cast iron right over the fire and just let it cook the steak. That's basically what I'm shaping it up to be. You can take a look right now. I got twigs there, logs, everything you need. So we're gonna get this fire started. We're gonna get cooking soon. Don't worry, it's gonna be tasting freaking phenomenal, so I can't wait to get started to cook. Chimichurri. Pour a little bit of this. Just a little bit, not a lot. Gonna let that sear for a couple minutes and then we're gonna turn it over. All right, guys, while that's over there cooking, I got these potatoes here. These are Argentinian style potatoes, and you can make these really simple. All you need is some parsley, cilantro, garlic, olive oil, red potatoes, salt, pepper, chili powder, and that's all you really need to bring this dish to life. Oh, and red onions. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take scoops of this and put it in some tin foil, and we're gonna cook that in the fire. You can grab a sheet of tin foil, gonna place it down, and you're gonna put some of those potatoes along with some of the juice in there. Get some garlic cloves, all that, just like that. And all you want to do is just bundle it up. And you're going to double layer this. You're going to bundle it up kind of like a ball like this. And we got another layer on it. And there you go, you have your potatoes. And you're gonna basically put this by the coals and you're gonna let it cook for a little bit. And when it's done, you're gonna take it out and it's gonna be nice and soft when you open it up. You just eat it right there with the fork. So we're gonna put these in the fire and see what we can do with that. I put the potatoes down here because they can get cooked both by the coals and the bottom of the cast iron. This is how the steak is looking. It's looking pretty good. I'm liking it so far, but I'm gonna leave it down on that other side first for a little bit. I know it's dark while recording this, but I'm gonna try a piece of this steak because it is basically done. There's the piece of steak. We're gonna take a bite of that. That's good. No joke. That right there, that's pretty freaking good. So we're gonna take this inside, and then I'm gonna get the potatoes out. And we're gonna take the potatoes out, and then I'm gonna show you the final product at the end, because we still have to put fresh chimichurri sauce on the steak. So I'll see you guys inside. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now inside the house and we're going to check out these potatoes and see how they turned out. I got one potato here and we're gonna try to peel it. I think I need the other mitt. Let's take a look though and see how these turned out. Oh yeah, it's a little hard to open, but check that goodness out. Let me get a mitt off. Focus. Look at that. Beautiful! And then we're gonna put some lime on top of the actual potatoes so that way we can get some nice citrusy flavors on there. That is the chimichurri steak on a fire with Argentinian style potatoes and white rice. If you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more cooking videos, make sure you leave a like, rate, comment, subscribe below, and stay notified for more cooking videos in the future. I look to do anime cooking videos and things like that nature, so if you like that kind of stuff, make sure you leave a comment below and keep that bell notification on, and I will see you guys in the next cooking video. Peace.